Beyond.
He feels a burning feeling, and he goes down.
He passed out.
He was only 29 and struck down with a heart attack, leaving 2-year-old twins and a grieving widow behind. Plus, is this woman's mother dead? Or is she on the run and hiding to protect herself?
I think she's afraid of her life.
I know she was.
I'm telling you.
And a mother's spirit passes judgment on her son's second wife.
Your mother loves you. The other one, she's not too crazy about.
Today on Beyond. Using his extraordinary psychic ability to communicate with spirits, he's transformed lives by unlocking mysteries and sharing secrets from the other side. James Van Praagh, best-selling author, renowned medium, and your connection to the world beyond.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I want to welcome you all here. Does someone have a sister named Dolly? Or is a nickname named Dolly? Who's that? Your mother's name is Dolly?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she's passed in the spirit world, yes?
Yes.
And she also has a sister in spirit, though, with her?
Several, yes.
Okay, there's a one there with an H name.
Helen.
Okay,
yes.
because of the H with her, connected
Helen.
very close with her, okay? Can I call her Dolly? Would you mind?
Absolutely.
Okay. Because she's very sweet, and
is.
she comes over to me, she goes, would you please talk to my son? I said, yes, I will talk to your son. And she said, my name is Dolly. They know me as Dolly. Now, I'm not sure if your dad has passed over in the
Yes.
spirit, but he wants, I felt he was, but I wasn't getting it strong here. But she keeps on talking about your dad, your father, your father, your father. And she said, I pushed him to come here today. She's pushed him to come here today because she said, he would not do this. Your father would not be one to come in here. Go on. But he has to be here to see you. Was there some arthritis with your mom before she passes over?
No.
Who has bone problem or arthritic problem? Was that you?
Me, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And were you just looking, go on. Were you just getting the doctor or someone talking to someone about this problem, please?
Yes.
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 Because she was with you when you were having this looked at. Looked at. Now, your mother's very interested in this sort of work, okay? And she's talking about, I find this fascinating. She's finding this very fascinating.
Oh, really?
Okay?
Gosh.
There's a man standing here. Not sure it's your father's passed over then, please? Because he wants to give love to you. Would you mind standing also? Because I get a father for you here. And your mother and her father are very connected as far as they really enjoy each other's company.
Yeah.
Good sense of humor for both of them. I'm shown pies or making pies and putting pies in the oven or some kind of pies.
That's my mum, yeah.
That's your mom. Because she wants to give you some pies. And it's like meat pies or something. She used to
I
make
used to
those
love
for
meat
you.
pies, absolutely.
She used to make them all the time for you, the
That's
meat
true,
pies.
Yeah.
And she's saying that. I used to make him meat pies all the time,
Yes,
okay?
yes.
Wow. Now, the father comes in with a hat. He's wearing this hat. And he has a brim on the hat. And he's tipping his hat. I don't know why, but he wants to tip this to you. Wants us to tip this to you, okay? I keep on seeing rolling hills, rolling beautiful hills, hillsides, almost like you'd find in Great Britain, but I'm seeing that in the hillside, in the countryside. And I wanted to let you know that this is where they are. This is where they are, okay? I also want to tell you there's either chest congestion with your heart situation here, and I'm feeling like even taking medication for heart. Who passes with the heart condition, please? Did your sister pass the heart condition, or the father pass the heart condition? Passes with the heart. Georgie, George, what about George? Georgia, George.
Her mother's brother, George.
The mother's brother, George,
Yeah.
passes over.
Yes.
How does he pass over?
A heart.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm English, come on.
I'm going to tell you something that your mom wants me to tell you. There's something special here in August. And I'm not sure what it means, but there's something very connected with August. And she wants to give you wrapping a ribbon of love around you with this month of August. I don't know what it means. I don't know if there's a new place you're going to be in, a new place you're looking at.
Well, there's a couple of things have happened
Okay.
that we're looking at, yes.
Yes, good, good,
we
good.
just
And were you
bought
married
some
once
land.
before?
I was.
Yeah, I know you were. Your mother loves you. The other one, She's not too crazy about it.
Oh, gosh.
You understand?
I'll tell her not to watch the show then, eh?
Yeah. But she feels this lady is much more connected to you, who you are,
Yeah,
and what you need right now.
Yeah.
And that's that, okay? God bless you. I'll leave you with
Thanks
that.
very much. Thank you.
And she said, my name is Dolly.
Your mom, Dolly, was all over this reading from the very beginning. James says she's a lovely woman. Can you tell us about her?
Yeah, absolutely. She was full of fun all of her life. She loved everybody. She's a great woman, yeah.
Who has bone problem or arthritic problem?
That was really surprised me about knowing about the arthritis, yeah.
Because she was with you when you were having this looked at.
That doesn't surprise me. She always watched over me. You know, I suppose I'm still a little boy.
Your mother loves you.
Did it make you feel good to know you have Dolly's seal of approval?
Oh, absolutely.
That's very gratifying to know that, yeah.
Our next guest has been searching for her mother, who mysteriously disappeared. For her, the worst part is not knowing whether she's dead or alive. What you are about to see was taped before the show. No one in the studio, including James, has seen it. Here's Babette's story.
I'm hoping to get in contact with my mother. My mom has been missing for 4 months now. She disappeared very suddenly. It was a very frightening time. My immediate reaction was, I felt that she'd been in a car accident and we needed to find her. But within 2 days, the sheriff's department explained to me that if she had been in an accident, that they would have been informed. It's just so much disbelief. I don't want to believe that she's not coming back. We were very close, and I'm getting married in October, and I just wish that she could be there with me. It's so unbelievable, the things you take for granted until you lose them.
Next, Babette expects the worst news from James about her mother, but she's in for a shock.
I don't see a mom in spirit. I don't feel this lady's passed over.
Plus,
He went from a normal 29 healthy man to in the hospital and gone.
a young father suddenly dies, leaving his wife to raise their twins alone. And all she wants to know is why. Later on Beyond.
Hi, Babette. How are you?
I'm good,
James.
thank
nice
you.
to meet you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good to meet
I
you.
know your mom is missing, and you wanted to see if I can maybe, hopefully, bring her through if she's passed over, or
Yes.
maybe give you some information that would help you.
Yes, I very much want to find her.
Okay. So if she's around and she's able to communicate, if she's passed over, indeed, I'll be able to do that if she's around. If not, then maybe there'll be someone here who might be able to help tell us what's going on.
Yes.
I want to ask you some questions because there's two people standing behind you. There's a lady standing behind you, and there's a man standing behind you.
Yes.
Is that right now? There's been a problem with your father. I want to tell you there's been some kind of an argument or disagreement with him a while back.
For
speak
23
with him
years
for a
of
while.
my life, my father was out of my life and gone, and
There
I
you go.
didn't know where
Okay,
he was.
Good. There's a grandmother behind you who's speaking to me, and she's the one who's telling me this.
I love my grandmother
Okay?
so much.
And she's telling me that was very difficult for you to forgive him.
Yes,
for
it
doing
was.
She's also telling me you have a very difficult time with men in your life for that reason.
Yes.
And there are 2 marriages here with you.
No, a single marriage.
You were a single marriage. So you're only married once.
Yes.
Okay. Who's
I'm engaged, and I'll be married soon.
and what will that be your second marriage?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm engaged. I'll be married on October 26th.
Okay, because I know I'm hearing 2 marriages. All
Yes.
right. Does your mother have a brother also that passed over?
Yes.
Thank you. This man is here. He is your mother's brother, and he's talking about you. Your grandmother wants me to give you a hug and a lot of love from her.
I loved her so much. My grandma was wonderful.
I feel like in a way she was very nurturing to you growing up, and she was
Oh,
really
very
there.
much so.
She was like almost like your mom. She said, "I'm helping you." She said, "Please help her." And she said, she's with friends. She's with friends, and I don't know why she wants to go to Vegas first, or talk about going to Vegas. And she's also talking about her son, so it'd be her brother then. Your mother goes to Nevada. I don't know why, but I don't know if she used to go to Las Vegas at all, or she'd be in that area. Would there be any reason why she should go there? Or did she know anyone over there?
No, I don't recall her going there recent years. My uncle was planning a trip to Las Vegas where we were all going to meet.
Is that her brother?
Her brother, who's alive.
Yeah,
This
the
is
one
other
who's
one
alive.
that's alive. was planning a trip to Las Vegas where we were all going to meet. And Mom had actually scribbled down the words Las Vegas on a pad next to the phone. This is the phone where she last was, where we know she was last seen.
I'm being shown Las Vegas, and I'm being shown her going to the Nevada. I know it's hard for you to understand because you think she's dead, but I don't see her here, okay? My feeling that I'm getting here is that she's crossing over a state line, and she's going over Nevada towards Las Vegas, okay? Did your mother have friends in Las Vegas, do you know, besides the brother? Was there some people over there that she knew? Or
No.
have you talked to him about your mom?
Yes.
What did he say?
He said, at first, he was concerned, didn't understand why she would have gone, where would she have gone.
I don't see a mom in spirit. I don't feel this lady's passed over. I know you might think she's passed over. I don't feel she's passed over. I feel she's run away. I don't know why I keep going to Vegas, but I want to go to Vegas, or in that area, like the outskirts of there. And I know that's something you might not want to hear, but that's what I got to give you, because that's what I get. And I will work with you some more if you want. You know, after the show, we can figure out a way of me maybe going there. We could figure something out about how to maybe find out. But I think she's afraid of her life. I think she's afraid of her life.
I know she was.
I'm telling you, your grandmother does not like this man that she was connected with because of insurance, I'm being told by this lady, and your uncle's screaming here, right, that's right. And she's hiding. She's hiding. This lady's hiding. And I'm telling you, she's changing her name also. I think she left on her own. I think something she planned out. And she couldn't tell anyone in the family.
I find it extremely hard to believe that my mother would have left me.
You know what? I think she hasn't left you because I think you're going to hear from Mom again. I think when the time is right. So you will see her again. I don't feel she's passed over. And this lady's not bringing her in with me. She keeps saying she's not here, she's not here, she's not here. So we'll take it from here and see what happens, and I'll work with you to help you, okay?
Thanks.
And find out.
I appreciate that.
All right, sweetie.
Thanks.
Okay. There's a grandmother behind you who's speaking to me. I feel like in a way she was very nurturing to you growing up.
And I was very close to my grandmother, and I had hoped that my grandmother would come through. I thought she could help us as well.
I don't see a mom in spirit.
He believes she's alive. He said he believes she's in hiding. She's running for her life. She may be in Las Vegas. She may have changed her name. How do you feel about all this?
It's very different from what I thought I was going to hear. I've had no other inklings or evidence that would lead me to think that she was alive or that she had run away, as much as I would hope that that might be true.
She's hiding. This lady's hiding.
What proof do you have that she's dead?
She was a very, very organized person, a very patterned person. Her life was around her dogs, her school, her art. She was an artist. She wouldn't have just left that behind. You know, we'll have to keep searching.
We're going to check back and see what happens with this case. Keep up on what's going on.
I'd very much appreciate it. I really appreciate the help from everybody. It's been a good experience.
Thank you. Thanks for being here, Bogart.
Thanks.
Thank you.
A plea to give thanks from a deceased husband to the young widow he left behind.
Thank you for taking care of you.
And he has.
It's very, very emotional.
Next, on Beyond.
Last year, Kathleen's perfect life turned tragic when her childhood sweetheart had a fatal heart attack, leaving her a widow and her 2.5-year-old twins without a father. Kathleen hopes James can contact her husband, Craig, so he'll know he's not forgotten.
Hi, Kathleen.
Hi.
How are you?
Okay.
Good, I'm glad you're here today, and thank you very much for coming here to see if I can help you. I know your husband passed over.
That's right.
And you want to try to reach him.
That's right.
So I'll do what I can do to help you, okay?
Okay.
I keep on seeing flowers behind you. Flowers, flowers, flowers all around you. Did you and your husband used to do the gardening around the house?
Yes.
Because before he passes over, he's standing right here. He says it's your husband. He shows me his ring, and when I see a wedding ring, that's my, right, and he's talking to me. Right. He's talking about our Christmas. Our last Christmas together was a fond memory of us, and there were pictures taken at that Christmas, which you still hold on to.
Right.
You understand that?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Keep on saying January, January, January. So I know what happens in
He
January.
passed away in January.
Okay. Have you recently been putting a new garden in the house or around the house and the flowers around the house?
I put a memorial garden for him.
And at the back of the house, or the side of the house?
Yes,
Okay.
in the back.
And he's talking about, do you have a, also is there a bench or sit there that you sit and you think of him?
Yes.
Okay. Because he's there sitting on that bench with you when you sit in that garden. Is it Craig or Greg or?
Craig is my husband.
He's talking about someone with a badge, and there'd be like a law enforcement or some kind of doing some work with the law enforcement with a badge.
Someone that he knew?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay? I don't know if he was involved with friends who was a policeman.
Our neighbor
or?
is a policeman.
Thank you. Would you please give him his love and just a hello for him?
Okay.
There's a John connection also.
That's John.
That's John, the person next door?
Yes, he's
Good.
a policeman.
That's a man. And he wants to give love there and just to thank you for taking care of you.
And he has.
Thank you for taking care of you, he said. Please tell him thank you for taking care of you. It's very, very emotional. Before he passes over, by the way, you know, he takes care of everyone. He's a man who takes care of his life on this earth. Was kind of like a missionary. He takes care of everyone, even the elderly. There was a time where he worked with sick people, where like I feel like he took care of sick people or wanted to do that. Okay. He keeps on talking to me about it being shock. I feel like I'm falling back. He falls back, and he's like out of his body. And I'll tell you, something hits him right here in the chest, because he goes, poof, and I think it's his heart. And I think breathing, because he's like, and he feels this burning feeling.
That's right, yeah.
He feels a burning feeling, and he goes down.
He passed out and was breathing like that.
Okay. And this is outside the house then?
Yes.
Okay, like on the street or sidewalk or something?
Yeah, it was on the street.
Was his car nearby?
It was right across the street.
Okay. Because talking about his car, and I know they called the paramedics. He passes, he dies right there. I'm telling you, there's no way they didn't bring him because he's gone right there. You know?
I was
I know.
kind of hoping
I know.
that because
He did. He died right there. He died right there. He's telling me about, I don't know if there were plans on redoing kitchen, remodeling something.
oh, he's remodeling something, but yeah.
Was he concerned about rebuilding something in the kitchen or?
We would just put up a half a wall.
Okay.
In the kitchen, living
The living room, right there. It wasn't finished yet.
No, it's still not.
Okay. Are there 2 children?
Yeah.
He wants to give love to 2 children? Go on. Loves her. Loves him so much.
Yeah.
And would you please tell him Daddy's around? Please tell him Daddy's around.
I do all the time.
Please tell him Daddy's around. Got you. Do one of your kids have a chalkboard in their room?
Yes.
Okay. Because he's talking about the chalkboard in the room. And he stands with that chalkboard and helping write.
Okay.
Learning letters or something? Are they learning letters or something?
He was always playing with them when in different, areas of the room, and yeah.
Well, he's standing right with his chalkboard is now a lot.
Okay.
All the time. He's showing me a room where there are stuffed animals on a shelf, and the bed is close by, right there, right under it. And he's talking to me about standing there all the time.
It's his daughter's bedroom. There's a shelf, and her bed is actually right underneath the shelf, and she loves stuffed animals. So
Well, the stuffed animals are on that
they're
shelf.
all over. Yeah.
It's so funny because he talks about tucking her in and giving her a kiss on the forehead. And he says he still does that. Okay? And he said he's watching over them. Baby, he hasn't forgotten you, baby. You're his baby. You're his baby. He refers to you as his baby. And that's what he's saying.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, sweetie.
Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you very much.
Kathy, James talked about the heart attack and that everybody was surprised Craig had a heart attack.
Because he goes, poof, and I think it's his heart.
He went from a normal 29 healthy man to in the hospital and gone. So yeah, it was extreme shock.
He's talking about someone with a badge.
My neighbor being a police officer.
There's a John.
His name is John. And he's an awesome guy. He's just really kind of looked out for us.
Have you recently been putting a new garden in the house or around the house?
Well, after he passed away, I needed to do something, so we dug out bushes and we put a pond in and all kinds of flowers, and the kids were part of it.
Also, is there a bench?
I bought a special cement bench to put there and positioned it so when you sit on the bench you can see the garden, and we put an angel, and yeah, and that's what we call Daddy's garden.
Loves him so much.
I know that he loved his kids and he loved me very much. He loved his family very much. And if he could be there, he is. And so I always tell them that he's there.
So Kathleen, you leave here today feeling what?
I would leave feeling very satisfied.
Thank you very much for being here.
Thanks.
If you'd like to be part of the Beyond Show audience and have a chance for a reading with James, call our toll-free number, 1-866-88-JAMES, or go to our website at thebeyondshow.com.
And as always, forget what you know, believe what you see. We'll see you next time. Thank you. Your mother's coming in here and she's screaming at me to say hello to you. She showed me books here with you. She's telling me about you liking to do research or studying, okay? And that you would be very content in a library with your books and researching things, okay? I also see you with a computer